Kind of response video to that Dewanis guy. Yeah, I mean, a whole video about the fact that, yeah, we have to communicate with words, we have common definitions and all that kind of stuff. But I really don't think the God thing, our origins or something, I don't think that kind of conversation, I don't think that trap exists. I mean, you get into some conversation about free will or something, well, yeah, then you got to be a little careful how you use words. Even describing our consciousness is a little tricky, but you can do it, you know. But God, look, the concept is either our existence is the finger paintings of a retard. I mean, a functional retard. It's either I can't describe the non-existence of the intelligent purpose, or it's not, or there's some intelligence, some underlying structure that somehow knows this is a good thing, or knows the difference between good and bad, efficient, inefficient, productive, destructive, knows the definition of those words, and is selected the universe to do something, to accomplish something. That's the fundamental underlying argument. So it doesn't matter whether you call God, some stupid fable, some nursery rhyme, because you have a book, or if you have no book and you just make everything God. Sunsets are God, and penises are God, and boobies are God, and you can find God wherever you want to see something that you personally find attractive or interesting or soothing or comforting or whatever. God is a rubber ducky or whatever, a puppy. Come on. The point is what is existence? What is this that we're experiencing, that we're part of? And if it's just matter complexifying, by the dictates of whatever's on the palette that the retard is allowed to finger paint with. Okay, so the palette contains certain possibilities, realms of possibilities that happens when you complexify elementary matter and elements, and they can grow and evolve into compounds, and those compounds can combine and create whole systems, and we're a system of compounds that have been developed over billions of years of compound soup, biosphere interaction. But yeah, that's just, it's part of the palette of a retard. So yeah, that's consciousness is one of the colors, and desire is this little color, a motivating instrument that can be woven into the fabric of this preposterously stupid painting, because it can be described that way, and that's really the argument. If there's no God, if there's no intelligent purpose, then we're stuck with dumb forces, all right, that have this sophisticated potential, but no management, no intelligence to manage it. So they can make it insidious. They can create tyrannosauruses that just rip shit to pieces and then eat it and shit it and accomplish nothing in the task. Okay, but just, yeah, they fertilized the biosphere. Well, so what? The biosphere is going to get fertilized anyway. There was no necessity for their existence. The biosphere would have found an accommodation. It's like smallpox for human beings, or polio. There's no need for its existence. It doesn't have to exist. It doesn't play any vital role. It's just a blight experienced by sentient creatures. It's a little invasive parasitic creature, thing, machine, that breaks them down, that destroys them, that damages them, that injures them, that harms them. It's just because it was on the palette. It was a possibility. It was on the palette of possibilities, and the retard decided to paint with it. And that's what we're stuck with. That's what the evolution retard did to us. And that's it. People, you want to glorify that? You want to build a totem pole out of sunsets and sparkly stars and say, okay, well, it all makes sense because there's some colors that you find attractive on the palette, and you're just going to ignore the whole picture, which is we're basically just little need machines, little reproducing machines that have acquired very eccentric and bizarre psychology because of the depth of the layer of the biosphere we're existing on, the age of the biosphere we're existing on. So we're the newest version, but we're a plastic pet rock. I mean, it's like we're not even a real rock anymore. We're just this plastic pet rock, voguey little funky creature, all right, that's doing all these things and thinking they mean something. And being all in pride, I'm just awed. I climbed Mount Everest and I saw the clouds in the sky and I'm awed. Big fucking deal. Your psychology can be entertained by the silliest thing. Somebody throws a pie in somebody's face and you assholes are entertained. So come on. Well, this is fucked-hearted, all right? This is stupid. This is idiotic. Because the price we pay for it is preposterously high. The suffering and the hardship and the agony and the rest of it is just obscene. And if we're not going to do it right, if we're not going to try to, we're on the palette, and if we don't try to do something to make it as pretty or if we don't add order to the finger painting, if we don't give the artist some intelligence by being able to use our power to influence how it looks and what's painted. I mean, that's important. I mean, if there's no God, then we've got to make it a decent picture. And if we can't do that, if it's beyond our power to do that, or beyond our will to do that, then fuck us, okay? Because then we're just part of this insidious cockroach. And that's it. We're just a funky cockroach, and we're just on planet of the cockroaches, maggots and cockroaches, and that's all it's about. It's about all these little desire machines satisfying desires that never needed to exist in the first place. It's like you create the need. Here's the simplest metaphor. It's like spilling the fucking milk so you have an excuse to clean up the fucking milk. What fucking sense does that make? Don't spill the fucking milk, then you won't have to clean up the fucking milk. Alright, but that's basically what existence is. It's just this stupidly created need and then sloppy, idiotic, inefficient cleaning up of the need. That's the real joke here too. It's like spilling the milk and then deciding I'm going to clean up half the fucking milk or 1/4 of the milk. I mean, or to just smear the milk all over the fucking place. And that's what we're doing. And so that's an important question. And we don't need to sit there and strangle vocabulary to pieces to get these concepts. Either this fucking thing, it was created on purpose by a lunatic, insane God that people want to fucking pray to, or it's a process of physical forces completely beyond any control that have a palette that's beyond their capacity to manage. That can create Frankenstein, no fucking problem. It can build it. It can build a disaster world, okay? And just because we're part of it, we're addicted to it, we're players in it, we can't even, take the 5 minutes it takes to reflect on our existence, take a look at the maze we are caught in, and assess it rationally and fairly, and realize that yes, it's a piece of shit. And if we don't fix it, we got no business perpetuating it. We've got no business injecting new victims into this fucking insane maze rat racy bullshit. So anyway, don't mean to be hostile, but this isn't really about vocabulary. This is about people's will to ignore the truth. I said desire, but it's more than that. It's about their willingness to compromise intelligence to their desire. They wish to contrive a happily ever after. They wish to contrive a rationalization to justify anything. 3 billion people could die tomorrow and the fucking 4 billion people left over will rationalize. They will say it's okay, it's an acceptable price for life. We must endure, we must move on, we must not whatever that stupid poem is about the something of the night, don't let the death come. No, fight, fight, fight. For what? What are we fighting for? To perpetually ride a broken roller coaster. I mean, it's just fucking stupid. So, don't mean to be dark, but damn it. So that's the whole thing. That'll just be labeled dark. You can't talk about the truth. Because, no, that's dark. You know, that's not the truth, that's dark. Bullshit. It's the fucking truth, and we gotta start dealing with it. Anyway, yeah, a little bit hostile. Yeah, sorry. I haven't been hostile in a while, so, you know, it really is my nature. So, enough said. Moving on.